Welcome to my pathetic little life. So, this is what rock bottom looks like. Bit louder than expected. Smells faintly of burnt toast and betrayal. Don't worry. We'll get to the part where I supposedly ruined everyone's lives. Accidentally, of course. Would have scheduled it if I'd known it'd be such a hit. But first, let's rewind to the beginning. Otherwise, none of this madness will make sense. Not that it ever really does. Right. Here's the cast of characters in this emotional soap opera I never auditioned for. Mum thinks guilt is a love language, specializes in emotional blackmail and crying at will. She once pretended to faint so I'd cancel my holiday. Genuinely Oscar-worthy stuff. Brother hasn't worked a real job since 2016. Claims he's an entrepreneur. Translation: lives off my mum, my car, and my Wi-Fi. Once tried to sell t-shirts with inspirational quotes. Spelt wrong. My ex cheated, lied, ghosted, and still sends you up texts at 2 a.m. like we're in a tragic sequel no one asked for. Also borrowed $200 and conveniently forgot I exist. And the boss believes stress is character building and the office is a battleground. Promised a promotion last year. I got a branded mug instead. And then there's me. The reliable one. The responsible one. The idiot who says it's fine through gritted teeth while internally screaming. For years, I was the fixer. The cleaner-upper, the unpaid therapist, used, ignored, blamed, like the office kettle but with better eyebrows. They forgot my birthday once, said they were busy. They threw a surprise party for my brother's hamster the same week. True story. But I smiled through it all, like a polite hostage in a hostage situation no one realized was a hostage situation. Anyway, that was the calm before the storm. And by storm, I mean my slow descent into glorious, calculated chaos. So, Mum sold something of mine. Something important. Something sentimental. Something that wasn't hers. But it's fine, right? Because apparently anything I own is community property now. She said, and I quote, "It was just gathering dust, love. Thought I'd do you a favor." Ah yes, selling my feelings on eBay. How thoughtful. Then dear brother crashes my car. Didn't tell me. Just parked it 3 streets away like I wouldn't notice the missing wing mirror in shame. And the cherry on this tragic cake? The ex cheated. Again. With someone called Tiffany, who spells it with 3 Fs. And somehow he cried. Said I didn't understand his emotional needs. And that, my dear audience, was the moment I broke. Not loudly, not with a bang. Just a quiet little click in my brain. Like a polite Windows shutdown. Step 1. Don't yell. Step 2. Ruin everything. Politely. People like them aren't used to consequences. They're used to me saying it's okay while I rock quietly in the corner. Not today, Satan. I wasn't going to burn the house down. No. Just rearrange the furniture and hide all the cutlery. Found out my brother was applying to a new job using my references. So I kindly informed them he once tried to sell knockoff NFTs to a priest. He called it sabotage. I called it character development. Made Mum a dating profile. Set her age range to 25-30. She's now being spammed by shirtless DJs named Callum. Apparently, I just wanted to help you move on is less acceptable when I say it. Reported my boss to HR for his motivational shouting. Used his own words against him, and a few screenshots for flavor. He now says good morning like it's a hostage negotiation. Progress. Finally, my ex. Sent him a care package. Inside, loose glitter, a dead plant, and a handwritten invoice. With interest. Some people send closure, I send chaos. I didn't destroy anyone. I just let the universe borrow my hands for a bit. You know what they say. What goes around gets absolutely demolished when I stop protecting it. Brother's latest business venture, which, if I remember correctly, was something about luxury vegan flip-flops, collapsed faster than his moral compass. Turns out, lying on your CV and calling yourself a CEO doesn't end well when someone actually checks your GCSE results. Mum, meanwhile, found love in the form of a 32-year-old millionaire with 6 yachts and suspicious Wi-Fi. I warned her. She said, "He's different." Yes, Mum, different from reality. And just like that, romance was dead. Again. My boss, the corporate overlord with a caffeine addiction and delusions of grandeur. Well, HR finally noticed he treats meetings like gladiator battles. He's now on probation, which in company terms means we're watching you, Steve. And my ex, broke. Emotionally, spiritually, financially, and not in the relatable millennial way. More in the, this is your fault way. He said he missed me. I said, "Man, probably the free Netflix." And then came the grand finale. A family meltdown so loud I half expected David Attenborough to narrate it. "Mum, you've destroyed this family." "Brother, you're toxic." "I'm not toxic. I'm just finally done." No, I didn't destroy anything. I just stopped cleaning up your mess." And suddenly, the silence was louder than all the years I kept my mouth shut. So I moved out, got a new job, started sleeping without grinding my teeth into powder. Turns out, when you stop being everyone's emotional sponge, you have time to, I don't know, breathe? Everyone else? Still in chaos, still blaming each other, still trying to loop me back in. But I've discovered something magical. It's called the block button. And peace? It's quieter than I expected. In a good way. Turns out, boundaries feel like betrayal. To people who benefit from you having none. Well, that escalated, didn't it? Pause. I set out to live a normal, quiet life. Pay my bills, be polite, die of stress in my 50s. You know, the usual British dream. Leans forward slightly. But then people started treating me like a clearance sale. Everything must go, including my sanity. Shrugs lightly. So, did I ruin their lives? Maybe. Hard to say. Depends on your definition of ruin. I prefer the term strongly redirected with consequences. Raises eyebrows. And in my defense, and I do have one, thank you very much, they absolutely started it. If you're wondering whether I feel bad, well, I do. In the same way I feel bad for leaving a toxic job. Briefly, then brilliantly relieved. They expected me to keep playing my part, the quiet, reliable, doormat-shaped therapist. Instead, I gave them a plot twist. Pauses, sips tea. I guess that's the thing about people who walk all over you. They're stunned when you finally stand up and they fall on their faces. Anyway, I'm good now. Really. My life is mine. My boundaries are non-negotiable. And my tolerance for nonsense is officially out of stock.